On the remote Ecuadorian coast, where the Pacific Ocean crashed against steep cliffs and golden sandy beaches, stood the Whispering Tower. This solitary structure, built centuries ago by unknown sailors, stood as a silent witness to forgotten stories and dark secrets. It was said that on nights with a full moon, when the sea mist wrapped around the tower and the wind whispered through its cracks, one could hear murmuring voices speaking of ancient times and lost tragedies. Locals avoided approaching the tower after dark, fearful of tales about lost souls and laments carried by the wind. A young fisherman named Mateo, naturally bold and curious, decided to defy his community's warnings and explore the Whispering Tower on a dark, stormy night. Armed only with a flashlight and his determination, he ventured along the rocky paths leading to the lonely tower as the waves roared in the distance. When Mateo reached the base of the tower, he felt a chill run down his spine as the wind howled through the broken windows and shadows danced on the worn walls. With each step towards the interior, the air grew heavier with the weight of history and abandonment. At the top of the stone staircase, Mateo found a door slightly ajar, creaking with each gust of wind. With his heart pounding, he pushed the door open and entered a room filled with dust and shadows. The whispers grew louder, filling the air with unintelligible words that seemed to echo from deep within the tower. "Who's there?" Mateo called out, his flashlight casting faint light on blurred figures on the walls. A faint echo responded from the shadows, like a whisper from a forgotten past. Mateo slowly moved toward the source of the whispers, his mind filling with fragmented images and broken voices speaking of ancient betrayals and broken promises. "You need us," a voice whispered, so close that Mateo felt its breath on his neck. "Who are you?" Mateo asked, feeling the temperature around him drop suddenly. The shadows twisted, taking on undefined shapes that seemed to dance to their own rhythm of fear. Mateo stepped back, but the voices surrounded him, trapping him in a maze of words and emotions he could not understand. In a moment of clarity, Mateo remembered a story his grandfather had told him about the Whispering Tower, a place where wandering spirits sought redemption through those brave enough to listen to their stories. With a cry of bravery, Mateo raised his flashlight towards the ceiling, illuminating the room with a bright light that dispelled the shadows and whispers. The voices gradually faded away, leaving only the echo of his own heavy breathing and the distant whisper of the wind on the coast. Since then, Mateo never spoke of what he experienced in the Whispering Tower, but he would always glance toward the sea when full moon nights enveloped the coast, remembering the voices he once heard and the stories he could never forget.